Hey guys, a little bit of an editor's note before we get started with today's video. The add-on program that we are using has the capability to generate pop-up windows within the game. You'll hear me refer to them. However, I have not been able to get them to record in a manner that is satisfactory and makes them legible. You're not missing any information from the actual video because they're not visible. All the information that they generate can also be seen over in the add-on itself. Just know that you'll hear me refer to them, but I was not able to get them to capture properly. Sorry about that, guys. Things happen, but this tool is entirely too valuable for what it does to not actually put the video out. Enjoy. Greetings, Commanders, DanBot here, and welcome back to Elite and another Beginner's Guide video. We're going to continue taking a look at third-party tools, and today we're going to be taking a look at one that's a little more lightweight than what we looked at last time. This is Elite Observatory. Now, right now, you can see it just looks like a whole bunch of weird nonsense on the screen. What this is a lightweight way to help you with exploration and bio-exploration. You're seeing some of the planets I have visited recently. Now, I will use this for two main plugins. I use BioInsights, which is what you're seeing here, and I use Evaluator. Both of these are geared towards exploration, Evaluator towards planets. BioInsights is geared more towards exobiology. So we're going to just take a quick look at how these work. Apologies if the ED Observatory window looks a little stretched. I had to play some interesting tricks to get both of these to record at the same time. Alright, so when we first jump into a system, you'll see that Evaluator has gone blank. That's because we have not scanned the system. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. Alright, so we are currently showing 30 bodies in this system. So I'm going to move away from the star just a little bit to make scanning easier. And we'll take a look at the functionality of both of these. Now, you're going to need to actually do some scanning. These aren't going to magically do everything for you, so we'll just go ahead and start scanning the system, and through the magic of editing, I will jump you guys to when I'm done, so you don't have to sit here and watch me scan 30 different planetary bodies. Alright guys, there we go. Now, if we take a look at these two tabs from completely mapping the system, you'll see that we have a pretty good amount of info in the Evaluator tab, and we have an awful lot of info in the BioInsights tab. Let's go with the Evaluator tab first, as it is the simplest to parse and understand. So what it is telling us right here is the different bodies that might be worth mapping and their estimated value if we demap them. Now, it did give me a message while I was mapping that I do want to map body 4, as it meets certain criteria, and as you can see, it is definitely by far worth the most. It happens to be an HMC. Let's go have a look at body 4 and see exactly what we have in the system map. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And that is why this is a candidate for terraforming. So we definitely want to go ahead and map that body. That is going to be the max value we're going to be getting out of pretty much any of the mappable bodies. This will allow you to efficiently use your time, guys, so that you aren't running around mapping everything, though you can. This will allow you to know where you're getting the maximum profit from any given world in a system. I would say the others in this system, aside from the ones that we need to map for Exobiology, really not worth it. Now, having arrived here, you'll note that the pop-up from the ED Observatory is telling us we have bodies still to map. This is actually our HMC. It has some very interesting rings, and that is another thing that Observatory will show you, is just general curiosity. Shepherd moons, nested moons, things with high rotations. So it will also direct you towards interesting things for you to look at, but we are primarily interested in it as a money-making tool. And as we finish up our mapping, there we go. No more bodies to map according to the mapping criteria. You'll note that it has checked itself off over in the Evaluator window. Now it's time to take a look at BioInsights. Now, this looks like a lot. So what we're seeing here, guys, is the various things that could be on each planet, how many there could be, and the potential values. This is not guaranteed until we actually go scan that planet. Now, if we click over to this tab, what you're seeing here is the planet, the base value, and the expected value if it was first logged. Remember, if you were the first to log, you get a ×5. So this 7.7 million would actually be worth 38. Moving on down a little bit, this one right here that's worth 19, that would actually be 95. And it's keeping track of everything I have on this current expedition. We're up to about 3.3 billion if I've marked everything correctly. First footfall, generally a guarantee that you're going to get the first logged on something. Let's go back over to the actual tab. So I would go ahead and I would check out one of the systems, or one of them that has the 10.3 million, which happens to be most of them. So let's go ahead and pick a planet, and let's go take a look at it. Now you guys can see I've chosen 6C. It was simply one of the closest planets, no other reason than that. So in order to continue using Observatory, we need to go ahead and map it. And as we map it, keep an eye on that 6C section in the window. It is going to change. And you'll see that several things have X'd out. These are biosignals that the game has, or the plugin has determined are not actually present on this world. Now, the good news for us is that the high value, at least for this world, 10.3 million, is actually available. So this is one of the ways this tool is worth its weight in gold. It allows you to quickly scan from the surface and see what is on a planet and what's not, whether or not it is worth your time to fly down there and try and find these things. Now, in this case, yes, it is worth it to go down there and try and find at least that 10.3 million. I would not concern myself with anything else on 6C because they are worth 1.6 million roughly, so really not worth it. Now, if you look at a planet like 8B, where we have several things that are 7.7, 4.5, 10.3, there is some good money to be made there, and the app will actually show you the total potential value, profit, from that planet, and if everything is a first logged, you can multiply that 13.3 to 29.7. You can multiply that times 5. This will help you maximize your exobiology time. Now, there's one other thing that this tool does, which is absolutely fantastic. It can be a way to ease a great source of frustration with exobiology that I have felt, and I'm sure many of you exobiologists have felt. So let's get on down here and let's get scanning and let's have a look. Here we are, planet side. Now this is not exactly what I was looking for, but you see our first footfall. So there's your ×5 multiplier and anything we find on this planet. This item right here will help me demonstrate one of the greatest things about this plugin. You'll note that it's told us what we have, its base value, first sample collected, and then it tells us distance. Anybody who's done a lot of exobiology knows that getting the right distance between colonies of a sample can be really, really irritating. You'll see it's keeping track of my current distance right down there as I run around. So for things that have massive distances, this can be an absolute lifesaver, or if you have a lot of colonies or something real close together, it can also be helpful if you're not quite sure how far you have gone. And that, Commanders, is ED Observatory. It is a simple, lightweight, easy to use, easy to understand tool that is going to make your exploration gameplay oh so much easier and more profitable once you just get used to how it works. It is free. I will put links to it in the description below. Cannot recommend it enough. One of my absolute favorite plugins. And that is going to do it for me today, guys. If you enjoyed the video, hey, like and subscribe. If you really enjoy my content, consider becoming a channel member to really support the channel. And if you have questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. If you're here to the end, thank you so much. My name is Dimebot. I'll see you guys next time.